Bulldogs, I'm Emma Edick.
And I'm Brianna Manley. Welcome to this week's Butler Beat. Our top story today has caused quite the controversy, as the impact of Indiana's Religious Freedom Restoration Act continues to be felt across the country. Butler students and staff react to the new law. Evie Schultz reports.
Opponents of RFRA say it opens the door for businesses to discriminate against minority groups like the LGBTQ community. So it's no surprise that the passage of the bill is making waves across the country. But for Butler students, the law hits especially close to home.
You're telling them that it's okay to all of these businesses that they can exclude people based on their orientation, which is not Hoosier hospitality. It's not what Indianapolis stands for.
On Sunday, President Danko became the first president of an Indiana university to release a statement about RFRA.
It was important for someone to kind of say, listen, not getting into the legalities, not getting into whether or not there's overreaction to this bill. The fact is that a lot of damage is being done in our state and the perception of Indiana and Indianapolis.
On Saturday, hundreds of Hoosiers gathered here at the State House steps to protest the bill. A few miles away at Butler, students are still reacting to the decision.
And the bill is no good.
Because seeing that, Indiana just passed new laws recently where, gay marriage is now legal, and now they're doing this bill where, some businesses could possibly discriminate towards, the LGBT community. It was kind of weird for me to see that kind of contrast.
On Tuesday, the Collegian published 2 editorials denouncing the bill, joining the ranks of local media like the Indianapolis Star. The same day, Governor Pence admitted that the bill's language still needs clarification. Democratic lawmakers continue to push for a total overhaul of the law. For the Butler Beat, I'm Evie Schultz.
Along with President Danko, the presidents of IU, Purdue, Ball State, and Hanover College have all released statements about the Religious Freedom Bill as well.
While RFRA takes a stage, Butler students have shed light on another powerful topic. April 1st marks the beginning of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Monday night kicked off Butler's It's On Us campaign to raise awareness about sexual violence. SGA Vice President of Administration Austin Del Prior and Stand Tall President Noel Rich say Monday's event was the first of many to take place this month.
This is kind of like the kickoff of just like the It's On Us campaign on our own campus, but also kicking off Sexual Assault Awareness Month as well. We're hoping to raise a lot of awareness, and specifically with Stand Tall, hoping that this event will get people, specifically students, motivated to get involved on our campus and be coming to programs that are being planned throughout the month.
And so we started the It's On Us movement on Butler's campus a few months ago, and so this is kind of the culminating effort behind that movement. And so the idea was that we could just get a lot of our peers and students together here and celebrate committing ourselves to ending sexual assault on our campus.
I was lucky enough to attend the It's On Us kickoff earlier this week. Take a look.
So at the age of 18, I lost my virginity to my rapist here on campus.
That is Hannah Hendricks, a former Butler student and sexual assault survivor. Monday night in the Riley Room, Hendricks shared her story with hundreds of students at the It's On Us campaign kickoff. The Stand Tall Project and SGA co-sponsored the event to promote sexual assault awareness. Junior Alex Correa explains why students should get involved.
The biggest one for sure is advocacy. And one thing is helping others connect to resources or information that they might not otherwise have, and helping them know who they can turn to if a situation arises, because in reality we never assume something's going to happen. We always hope it won't. But the really harsh reality is that it may. And if that happens, what are you going to do, and will you be prepared for it?
While peers waited to hear a survivor's story, they received free popcorn and hot box pizza. Students were also able to make cards with positive messages for those who need them. Even iPads were used for students to take a pledge and receive an It's On Us t-shirt.
Butler students can take the pledge to stand against sexual violence. It's a promise to not be a bystander, but part of the solution.
It's just important to be educated about some of the challenges that we have on our college campuses as relates to sexual assault and intervention, and to not just be a bystander who doesn't intervene when a friend or a fellow classmate needs help. So the more education you have, the more you are aware, the more we decrease these type of things from happening on college campuses.
Representatives from several organizations like the Butler HRC Counseling Services, Legacy House, the Julian Center, and more were a part of the kickoff to inform others about what type of resources are available. The event concluded with Freshly Brewed, Butler's female a cappella group.
But the issue is that with abuse, it starts really slow and it's so manipulative and controlling and tricky that you don't understand what's happening to you until you're in too deep.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Brianna Manley.
The women of Alpha Chi Omega are glad they had the opportunity to take a self-defense class this week. Haley Ross sat in on the class for the details.
Minutes ago, Alpha Chi Omega filled this gym where a couple of self-defense instructors taught them what to do if the situation arose that they needed to defend themselves.
Every year, Alpha Chi Omega holds an event for their chapter that focuses on a health or safety topic. This year, Vice President of Risk Management Natalie Smith picked one she thought was extremely important on a college campus.
We're doing an event related to self-defense. So we're teaching, we have officers in here teaching self-defense moves, theory about it, just how to generally be safe on a college campus.
Butler University police officer Roy Betts was one of the instructors for this class. He has been teaching self-defense for almost 19 years and thinks it's something all college students should learn. Betts says learning self-defense does a lot more than teach students how to fight back.
We can bring somebody in who can't throw a punch, can't do a kick, but over time they start seeing, I can do this stuff, I can take care of myself. You know, the bottom line to self-defense is we are all responsible for our own safety.
New member Emma Horan was excited for this event. She thinks self-defense is important because you don't always know what is going to happen.
A lot of things happen on campus that you probably aren't prepared for. And I think self-defense classes in general, just knowing what to do in any given situation is a good thing to know.
If you haven't taken a PWB yet, there's a women's self-defense class offered this fall. For the Butler Beat, I'm Haley Ross.
Butler students are catching up on sleep after last weekend's Relay for Life. Mike Murtaugh has the story.
On most days, the HRC track is used for things like walking and jogging, but for one day each spring, it's used for something much more impactful, Relay for Life.
Cancer is a disease that never sleeps, and tonight, neither will we.
Those were the words of Relay for Life co-chair Nate Clanton as 46 teams of over 300 volunteers gathered at the HRC for Saturday's event. Participants are asked to walk in shifts between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., and at least one person must be walking around the track at all times. This year, Butler President James Danko had a send-off message before the event.
I really commend all of you for your initiative and for the fundraising that you've done. We've got a great faculty staff group year in and year out, the dog walkers, who always do a tremendous job.
As a part of tradition, Relay begins with a survivor lap, in which cancer survivors kick off the event with a lap around the track with their families. Two-time breast cancer survivor Mary Przbilski says that she has directly seen the benefits of Relay for Life's donations to the American Cancer Society.
My hair is growing back. I feel pretty good. I'm just going back for 3 and 6 months checkup. So it's been a road, but I'm done.
Throughout the night, participants are encouraged to take part in contests to raise extra money for their teams. When they aren't walking the track, many students pass the time by playing Frisbee or even watching the March Madness Regional Finals. Senior and team captain Vince Castro says that it's special to see other students take a night to come to the event.
It's one Saturday night out of the entire year, and everybody's out here selling different things, trying to get further donations, because we're all out here to finish the fight.
In the end, it was Clannon who had the most powerful message of the night.
Whether it's been a friend, a family member, coworker, or maybe even a friend of a friend, we all know someone who's heard the words, "You have cancer," and we want to make sure that no one ever has to hear those words again.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Mike Murtaugh.
This year's Relay for Life raised more than $42,000 for the American Cancer Society. To find more information about how to join the fight, please visit the ACS website below.
Today marks the beginning of Autism Awareness Month. Butler's Answers for Autism and Counsel for Exceptional Children taught students about different disabilities over the weekend. Kaylee Ricks brings us more from their new event, Ability Day.
Hi, how is everyone today?
Being born without most of his limbs never stopped inspirational speaker Brandon Scott. Scott spoke at Sunday's event about how disabilities shouldn't define a person.
People with disabilities We may look different, but we're just like all of you. We have dreams, we have aspirations, we live life. We all want to live life to the fullest.
Scott may only be 3'9", but he hasn't let that stop him from learning how to drive a car, get married, or have a positive attitude.
As long as you keep the right state of mind, you can accomplish anything. It doesn't matter tall, short, skinny, fat, fast, slow, I don't care. You can overcome anything as long as you just put your mind to it.
After Scott answered questions, the audience was able to walk around to different stations and experience simulations of autism, visual impairment, epilepsy, and Down syndrome. Many guests found all 4 to be quite challenging.
They were all difficult.
They were all difficult. I think the Braille really is overwhelming. So like just knowing that like people with visual impairments have to do that, it's just like we could never do that. So they have so many strengths that we don't have.
Yeah.
The Down syndrome station took a lot of time, patience, and focus for many attendees. The development of fine motor skills like movements in the hands is delayed for individuals with Down syndrome, making a task like getting dressed a time-consuming one.
It's kind of like you're telling them where their skin is. Like they're not sure where their body is in space, and you're giving them enough input that they know where it is. So.
Guests also learned about autism and sensory problems that come along with the disorder. For epilepsy, many were asked to write their name while having their wrists tugged on to emulate tics. At the end of the day, many students and members of the community left the Riley Room with a sense of knowledge.
I even learned stuff that I never knew, and the simulations are really cool.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Kaylee Ricks.
Council for Exceptional Children will be watching the movie Adam on April 6th in PB 204. Answers for Autism will meet for the last time this year at 8 p.m. on April 13th in JH 141. All are welcome.
Warmer temperatures are headlining the forecast, and Butler students are bidding adieu to winter. Goodbye snow boots and hello sandals. Kelsey Ralph has more on this spring's fashion trends.
Spring is finally here, and we can officially ditch all those bulky winter clothes. Butler students are welcoming spring with open arms, excited to try some of this year's greatest clothing trends.
After a long cold winter, it seems as if spring has sprung and is here to stay. With warmer weather comes a wardrobe update for most students.
Well, I'm really excited not having to be forced to wear a coat everywhere and also to wear shorts and some sandals.
The season is not only full of flowers blooming in rainy days, it is complete with a few essential fashion trends for men and women alike. Fashion blogs and store displays are showing a lot of floral prints for women, along with shades of blue, light wash denim, fringe purses, and mirrored sunglasses. For men, popular spring trends will include crisp button-down shirts, hats, tapered jogger pants, and printed socks. Students at Butler are already planning on incorporating these trends into their spring wardrobes.
I'm excited to wear my Birkenstocks finally, and florals, and tank tops, and shorts.
The next time you're hunting through your closet wondering what to wear, why not try one of these spring trends? For the Butler Beat, I'm Kelsey Ralph.
The warm weather continues to bring several visitors to campus each day, and this past weekend was no different. The 23rd annual Bulldog Jog event brought more than 500 humans and dogs to participate and help raise money for the Butler community. The 3.5-mile race went around campus and ended at the Butler Bowl. At the end of the race, participants were even able to check out their times and grab a quick bite to eat.
From week to week, campus bulletin boards are seen covered in posters promoting various events, but recently some students may have noticed some promoting the school's yearbook. Butler's annual yearbook, The Drift, is produced by students and highlights events and activities from throughout the school year. The Drift has been a part of Butler's history since 1891. Freshman editor Morgan Ragsdale says she's enjoyed learning about different parts of campus and student life that she wouldn't have otherwise. She says it's a great keepsake for students to have.
I think that the Drift is just a way for students to be able to remember their time at Butler, and I think that it's a great memento that they can have when they're looking back in 10 years and just their memories and everything from Butler.
If you're interested in pre-ordering a 2014-2015 yearbook, please visit the website below.
And moving on to sports, although the Butler men's basketball team was eliminated from the NCAA tournament in the round of 32, one senior Bulldog has one last chance to compete at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Kyle Beery has the story.
Senior Alex Barlow will have one more opportunity Thursday night to bring the Hinkle Fieldhouse crowd to its feet. He will be competing in the State Farm 3-Point Championship. He has been practicing transitioning from rack to rack in preparation for the event that will be broadcast on ESPN. Barlow says it's a pretty special opportunity.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be a lot of fun. I didn't expect when I played against Georgetown to be able to play in front of some fans again here. So obviously I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun environment.
Barlow says it has been a change of pace, but he will still have the competitive edge Bulldog fans have come to love over the years.
And it's always fun to get out on the court and compete, regardless of whether you're playing 5-on-5, doing a dunk contest or a three-point contest.
His girlfriend, Butler women's basketball player Belle Obert, has been helping rebound and time his transition from rack to rack.
I'll either help rebound for him or be a pretend rack if he doesn't have enough racks. Just try to help him get some shots up, see what he can do. He's trying to get his timing down, make sure he's not going too fast or too slow. So just timing him through a couple racks to make sure that he was right on pace.
Thursday's event is just one of many happenings surrounding the Final Four in Indy. Butler senior Cameron Woods was selected to play in Friday's Reese's All-Star Game. There will also be a women's three-point contest and a men's slam dunk contest judged by local sports figures Thursday. Barlow is one of 3 Big East players in the shootout. And by the looks of things, Barlow is starting to get a good feel for the shootout. Thursday's festivities will start at 7 p.m. here at Hinkle. Admission is $8 for students. For the Butler Beat, I'm Kyle Beery.
The Butler baseball team begins playing in the Big East Conference this Thursday. The team faces St. John's at Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis. Last weekend, the team set a record-winning streak of 9 games, breaking the previous record of 7. Austin Monteith has more on the Bulldogs as they reach the midway point in the season.
Butler won its 9th straight game with a win against Purdue on Sunday afternoon, sweeping the 3-game series while setting a new school record. The streak came to an end with an 8-5 road loss to Indiana State Tuesday afternoon. Head coach Steve Farley says the team stepped up its game in all corners during the run.
I think it's a little bit of everything. The bats have come to life. The pitching has been really good. We got this 3-game series. I'm not sure we made an error in 27 innings. So really good defense, really good hitting and pitching. That's a pretty good combination.
Outfielder Drew Small leads the Bulldogs at 12 doubles and 36 hits. The redshirt sophomore says the team's hitting and pitching aligned to propel the team during the streak.
I mean, usually the first couple games of the season we were playing well, but it was either we were pitching well and not hitting as well or vice versa. But over this 9-game win streak, we've been hitting and pitching and playing great defense. So that's kind of the key to success for us right now.
Small says it was the team's pitching that allowed them to sweep the Boilermakers.
Well, our pitching was on point this weekend. I mean, they were keeping low strikes and just keeping them off balance, so it was nice to see that.
Ryan Wojciechowski, who leads the team with 21 runs batted in, says he hopes the Bulldogs can extend their recent run of success into the Big East schedule.
I would hope to see us keep battling at the plate, keep putting good at-bats together, trying to put the ball in play, hopefully keep down our strikeouts like we've been doing over the past couple weeks, and hopefully keep scoring runs like we've been, especially from the bottom of the order like they've been doing.
The Bulldogs open Big East play on Thursday with a game at Victory Field against St. John's. For the Butler Beat, I'm Austin Monteith.
That's it for this week's Butler Beat. I'm Brianna Manley.
And I'm Emma Edick. Happy April Fools, Bulldogs.